Alright, here are all the Easter eggs and references in the Twilight Zone 2019 Episode 4, titled A Traveler. So here we go. The first reference comes in around the halfway mark, and it's the appearance of the living doll on the Christmas tree. Now, the living doll is actually from the classic Twilight Zone episode Living Doll, and it's the precursor to things like Chucky and basically the killer doll movies that we see nowadays. Living Doll is the absolute precursor, and we get to see the living doll in this episode. The gremlin doll appears on the Christmas tree as it first appeared in the Twilight Zone 2019 episode Nightmare at 30,000 Feet. Originally, the gremlin was the antagonist in the classic Twilight Zone Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, and it still shows up today in doll form in this Twilight Zone remake, which is pretty cool. They're paying massive homages to this episode throughout every episode of this 2019 series. The ventriloquist dummy from the classic Twilight Zone episode, the dummy, is on the gift wrapping paper, which is another neat homage, and I really liked it, and I spotted it first go, and I think many others did too. I mean, it's right there, it's basically right in the shot, the dummy from, the dummy, the classic Twilight episode, as it's on the gift wrapping paper. Pretty cool stuff. On A Traveler's driver's license, when he shows it to Yuka as a form of identification, it says he lives at 110 Hacker Way, Menlo Park, California, 94025, which is actually, if you look it up, Facebook headquarters. I assume this is referencing how Facebook and internet access is directly in people's homes now without question. And how does A Traveler get introduced into this episode? By suddenly appearing in the jail cell like it's completely normal, and how Captain Pendleton just lets him go with no questions asked. Pretty cool Easter egg and reference, if I do say so myself. One of the supporting characters is named Ida Lupino, and this is in reference to the late director and actor Ida Lupino of the same name, who directed the iconic episode The Masks, and she also starred in the 16mm Shrine, so that's pretty cool. And we've seen The Masks referenced in other Twilight Zone remake episodes, most notably The Comedian, episode 1 of the Twilight Zone remake. So Ida Lupino, that's a really cool character name Easter egg, and I just like how they reference the old crew of the original TV show. In fact, she was the first woman ever to direct an episode of the Twilight Zone, and fittingly enough, A Traveler was directed by the first woman director of the Twilight Zone 2019 series, Anna Lily Amirpour. As Yuka brings Jack to his jail cell, she enters the numbers 1015 into the keypad. This number has been referenced all throughout the Twilight Zone reboot series, with Flight 1015 in A Nightmare at 30,000 Feet, and the 1015 police license plate in Replay. Mayor Matheson is named after Richard Matheson, writer for the classic Twilight Zone series. Another naming Easter egg, and I think it's kinda cool that they're paying homage to so many classic directors and writers and actors of the classic Twilight Zone series. The character Jock could be based on Jock Tenure, director of Twilight Zone episode Night's Call, which was actually written by Richard Matheson as well, so little ties there. And that is all of the Easter eggs in the Twilight Zone 2019 episode 4, titled A Traveler, Living Doll, Gremlins, The Dummy, Facebook headquarters, Ida Lupino, and many others in this episode, and I think all of these Easter eggs are kind of cool, even though some are tucked away and hidden. So those are all of the Twilight Zone episode 4 Easter eggs explained, and all of the references explained as well. So there you guys have it. Please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.